Welcome back, legends. It is me, Mr. Muppet. If you don't want to miss out on any news you might have missed on the upcoming Battlefield game, then stay tuned. In the next couple of minutes I will update you on all the facts on the upcoming Battlefield 6. This is going to be the most complete Battlefield 6 news and facts video currently online, so keep watching. I crawled the web for those juicy facts. No leaks, no fake news, no ex-employees, no speculations, and no Tom Henderson. Just Battlefield 6 facts. However, if you are more interested in speculations, nice to haves, and wishes for the upcoming Battlefield, you can subscribe to me right now, because that's what my next video is all about. It will be released in a couple of days, you do not want to miss that. Do me a small favor, okay? While I play my intro to transition to the start of the video, hit that thumbs up, I'm counting on you. Tony, a little help please. Tony! Tony! For this video I have a list of items I will discuss. Let me give you the full list quickly right now. The name, engine, release date, platforms, setting, single player, co-op, battle royale, player amount, modes, DLC, destruction, skill-based matchmaking, social space, crossplay, kits, squads, awards, unlocks, nations, maps, vehicles, attachments, weapons, beta and a testing environment. Let's start off with the name, shall we? The upcoming Battlefield will be called Battlefield or Battlefield 6. There were some people on Twitch who thought it was going to be the next sequel to Bad Company, so they thought the name would be Bad Company 3. But this is not true. The reason behind their thoughts was because Bad Company 3 was available in the game's list of Twitch. However, it is possible for randoms to add a game to this list. Myth busted. There will be no Battlefield 3 remake as well, but it is known that the next game is inspired by Battlefield 3. We know what type of game to expect here, and the biggest difference I have seen with Battlefield 3 and the games after that is that Battlefield 3 was way more chaotic. It also took the world by surprise with its glorious marketing campaign. People were passionate about Battlefield 3. Either you loved it or you hated it. There was no in between. After Battlefield 3, the games became a bit bland and mediocre. Personally, I hope they bring back the passion that was ignited with Battlefield 3. Moving on to the engine. It is well known already that the engine of the next Battlefield game will be the Frostbite 4 engine. No surprises here. The release date is set for holiday 2021. It will most likely be released in November, but with a game this big, we have to expect some delays as well. Platforms that Battlefield 6 will be released on are the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and Xbox Series S, and of course the PC as well. Most likely on the Origin store. The older platforms can't handle the new Battlefield game anymore. What do you think about this decision that DICE made? Do you agree or not? Let's get some real Battlefield 6 facts going. The setting where Battlefield takes place in is a modern war. It has been announced to be a fictional war, most likely World War III, a war between the NATO and Russia. Single player mode has been confirmed. There will be war stories. These war stories are short stories where you play different characters. There are two known stories already. First is a story about a US Army squad fending off a Russian attack in the suburbs of USA. The second story is about an MI6 agent embedded in a rebel group in Eastern Europe, and his objective is stopping a Russian advance into NATO territory. The next logical question would be, is there a co-op mode as well? Right now there's no indication that co-op will be a thing, but only time will tell. If co-op is done right, it can be a great thing. Look at the co-op missions from Modern Warfare 2 for example, those were really good. What would you like to see? Should co-op return or not? And what about Battle Royale? Nobody has news on a Battle Royale yet, and if DICE decides to go for a Battle Royale, which I think they will approach it in the same way that Warzone does probably. Bringing out a free standalone game for Battle Royale makes a lot of sense. The player base will be huge from day one, they can focus on the sales of skins only, and most players will have no problem against that. And if the player base is big enough, these skins will bring in ridiculous amounts of money. Let's not pretend to beat around the bush, it's all about the money. Player amount for the game will be 128 players. The only question that remains is if this is possible in every mode. Which modes will be available from release? Right now we can safely say that the following modes will be available from day one: Conquest, Rush, Domination, Breakthrough, Team Deathmatch and Grand Operations. Grand Operations will take place over the course of 5 days. What about DLC? A lot of people are hoping that the DLC will be similar to Bad Company's Vietnam. I highly doubt that will happen, but right now nothing is off the table, so who knows. DICE brought out a survey recently where they asked a small group of people if they are interested in free content. This might mean that DLC will be free or that some modes will be free to play. Making free DLC is a really smart move, so there will be no split player base. The survey also asked about an interest in the Battle Pass, both free and premium. What are your thoughts on the Battle Pass? I want to talk about destruction as well. The new Frostbite 4 engine will make destruction much more realistic, and Levolution will return as well. The question is if Levolution will be like Battlefield 4, where it could sometimes be map changing, or will it be more like Battlefield 3, where it served more as an eye-catcher. I think we can safely say that Levolution and Destruction will be maxed out for this game. I just hope DICE won't go too far with Destruction. In the end, it might mess up the balance of certain maps. I hope you enjoyed the Battlefield 3 campaign in the video. This game still looks good 10 years later. If you do enjoy the video, like my video as well, it will help me out a lot. And if you want to keep updated on Battlefield, subscribe to my channel. I'll only bring you real news and updates and never focus on the fake leaks. By the way, if I say anything in this video that you think I might have gotten it wrong, then don't be afraid to point it out to me in the comments. And let me know about your wishes for the upcoming Battlefield as well. The next couple of items in the list are pretty unknown to most people, but nonetheless really important. I will start off with matchmaking. Skill-based matchmaking is under development as we speak. However, it is called quality-based matchmaking, or QBMM for short. Not going to talk a lot about matchmaking. They released a patent which is pretty complex. I watched a video of Lossy, the famous YouTuber, who was actually the only guy who explained it decently. You can find the link of the video of Lossy below in the description. If I had to describe QBMM in one sentence, it would be: all the information around players will be collected, including skills and other general stats like network speed for example, and the system will put two teams against each other in a fake AI virtual match before the real match to check if sides are balanced. I am pretty sure you shouldn't be expecting a real virtual match, but more a giant calculation of all stats to see if it falls between certain limits. And if it doesn't, it will probably switch players to opposing teams. I will leave the links for the patent and the video of Lossy for you to check it out yourselves. There have been some rumors that Battlefield 6 will have a social space as well. It will be a big change from the regular Battlefield games, although it does seem like a lot of fun to have something like the Tower in Destiny or Call of Duty's World War II headquarters, but we don't have any confirmation on it, so right now I would have to say that it's very unlikely. What will be implemented is crossplay. I hope that crossplay will be easy to turn off between console and PC. Crossplay between PlayStation and Xbox makes a lot of sense. I just think that PC and console crossplay should be optional and turned off by default. There will be 4 kits available to choose from: Assault, Support, Engineer and Recon. So what will be the difference between kits? Kits will remain mostly the same as previous Battlefield games. You're able to carry a primary weapon, a secondary, grenades, a melee weapon and 2 gadgets. We can expect a lot of new modern gadgets. Some really futuristic gadgets like drones, EMPs, NVGs and a lot more. No doubt DICE will have some nice surprises for us here. How many players will be in a squad? Squads will be maxed out at 4 or 5 players. I've read the news about squad testing at 6 players, but it seems a bit excessive. The problem with 6 players is that your squad will be functioning as 2 smaller squads most likely. Will there be awards and unlocks? Most definitely. The unlock system will remain mostly the same. You get unlocks for the weapons and kits you play with. Expect a massive unlocking system, weapons, attachments, scopes, skins, vehicle options and all of that. We are going to see different nationalities like USA, Russia and Eastern Europe. There are some others as well, although we know nothing about them yet. I was thinking Germany, France and the UK, but that's all the speculation. What about the maps? To fit in 128 players you need giant maps. The maps in Battlefield 6 will have to be extremely large to fit this many players without making it unplayable. DICE will have to really step up the game, thinking about map design as well. Maps like Operation Metro from Battlefield 3 were a lot of fun, but they had several choke points. With huge player amounts, this has to be considered and choke points should be avoided at all costs to keep maps balanced. In the recent survey there was a question about map updates too. This would mean that we could see maps changing from time to time. Let me know in the comments if you agree with map updates or not, and why. The vehicles we can expect in Battlefield 6 are land vehicles like tanks, LAVs, quads, motorbikes and more. Air vehicles like helicopters and fighter jets, maybe even bombers as well. The sea vehicles will be small and big. You will have fast transportation like jet skis, maybe even hovercrafts on certain maps. It will really depend on the map you are playing as well. Vehicles will have several options as well. For example, tanks will have different armor, scopes, smokes, etc. And what about behemoths? Will they be returning? That's a good possibility, but nobody knows anything about that yet, although I doubt they will be returning. As always, scopes and attachments will be available for each and every weapon. Battlefield is a bit outdated with their attachment system, so hopefully they will step it up. I'm hoping to see something like the customization system in World War III, but so far we don't have any news about scopes or attachments or the customization system. Do you have any specific attachments or scopes you want to see in the next Battlefield? And are you satisfied with the current customization system? Let me know. I would love to talk about weapons and gadgets all day long. However, we don't have any info yet. Weapons are still unknown, but we can expect modern weapons similar to Battlefield 3. Most Battlefields have had some possibility to play pre-launch, usually in the form of a beta. We will most definitely see something like an alpha, beta or even a demo prior to launch. The only thing we have to hope for is that it will be an open beta and not platform specific. The reason that this beta is certain is that DICE will get a ton of feedback for the game, which might have cost them years otherwise. Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 1 had a community testing environment, or CTE. What exactly is a CTE? These are several servers that have the updated version of the game already. Players are able to test a new version and give DICE feedback on the game. I don't know why Battlefield 5 didn't have a CTE. It was a great improvement and if used well it can make the game so much better. The CTE is instant feedback received on every state of the game. Think of it as a free testing service for developers. I think the missing CTE is also one of the reasons that Battlefield 5 was perceived less successful by the players. Ultimately, Battlefield 5 was similar to playing on a test server instead of the tested version where all the bugs were fixed. There is no confirmation or any news on a CTE, but DICE is going all in with Battlefield 6. When you compare the popularity of the games with and without CTE, it is a no-brainer. CTE has got to return. As closure, I want to direct a message to DICE and to gamers. DICE, Battlefield 6 needs to step it up. The problem with Battlefield is that the last two games weren't a success. If you guys look back at the time just before the release of Battlefield 3, you can see how to make this game into a success. It's almost impossible to believe, but this could be the last Battlefield game. Medal of Honor came to an end as well. And back in the days, it was bigger than Call of Duty and Battlefield combined. DICE, you know you have to deliver. Let me tell you, I stand behind you. I've been standing behind you for years. DICE, do the right thing. Focus on the gameplay instead of the politics around the game. And gamers. Gamers. I don't even know where to begin. Wait, I do know where to begin. I got some basic rules for you guys. Rule number 1, expect delays. Rule number 2, never pre-order a game, it is not worth it. Rule number 3, always watch multiple reviews and gameplay before you buy. Rule number 4, if you do buy it on day 1, expect a messy launch. Rule number 5, don't judge a game on day 1. We have to be ready for a messy launch. On day 1, there will be server issues. Expect server problems, crashes, bugs. There's just no way around it. But for those who are patient, and if DICE does a good job, we will notice it in the week after launch. I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. You are all legends. See you when I see you.